You know that feeling when you've got this absolutely brilliant business idea, but it feels like it's just trapped under a mountain of paperwork? Well, today, we're going to demolish that mountain. We're talking about the business model canvas. It's your entire business strategy all on one single super powerful page. All right, so picture this. You've got this fantastic new idea, you're buzzing with energy, the vision is crystal clear, but then, the business plan. Right? That dense 50-page document that just feels like a giant wall standing between your amazing idea and making it a reality. It's such a common hurdle, and honestly, it stops way too many great ideas right in their tracks.
But what if I told you there's a better way, a much better way? Let's just compare the old school approach with the new. On one hand, you've got that traditional business plan. It's lengthy, it's static, it's super complex. But on the other, you've got the business model canvas. We're talking one page, totally agile, and incredibly visual. This is the modern alternative, and it's built for the fast-moving world we actually live in.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the one-page revolution. Then we'll get into who you serve, how you operate, and of course, the financials. We'll find the real heart of it all. And then we'll wrap up by showing you how to actually bring your own canvas to life. Sound good? Let's jump in.
All right, Section 1, the one-page revolution. And let me be clear, this isn't just about some new template. No, this is a fundamental shift in how we think about strategy. It's a visual framework, a roadmap really, for planning, developing, and, this is the crucial part, testing your business model out in the real world.
So, what exactly is this thing? Well, think of it like a strategic blueprint for your business. It was developed by Alex Osterwalder and Yves Pignor, and it's basically a single page broken down into 9 essential boxes. Each box is like a core piece of your business puzzle. And the goal? It's simple, to see everything at once so you can get that total bird's-eye view clarity. So why has this one-page tool gotten so popular? I mean, it's everywhere now. Well, it's a total game changer for a few really good reasons. First, you get that 30,000-foot view of your entire business, like instantly. Second, because it's so visual, it gets your whole team on the same page, speaking the same language. That sparks some real collaboration. And maybe most importantly, it isn't static. It's designed to be flexible so you can pivot and adapt as your business grows. So, the magic of the canvas is all in its structure. It's built around 9 key building blocks. And when you put them all together, they tell the complete story of your business, from who your customers are to what things cost, all interacting on one single page. So, let's start pulling them apart and see how it works.
Okay, let's dive into our second section, who you serve. We're going to start on the right side of the canvas for this. This whole side is focused entirely on the world outside your company. We're talking about your market and, of course, your customers.
And the very first block you'll see here is customer segments. And this is so fundamental. You've got to ask yourself the big question, who are we creating value for? This is where you get really specific about the different groups of people or organizations you're aiming to reach and serve.
And you can slice this a bunch of different ways. You could go after a mass market, where basically everyone's a potential customer. Or you could get super focused on a niche market, like collectors of vintage comic books or something. You might even have what's called a multi-sided market. Think of a platform like Uber, which has to serve both riders and drivers. The key, no matter what, is to be specific.
Okay, so once you know who your customers are, the next logical question is how will you interact with them? And that brings us to customer relationships. What kind of connection are you going to build and maintain with each of those customer segments you just defined? And this can be anything, really. It can be super high-touch personal assistance, or it could be completely hands-off self-service. Maybe you'll build up online communities where your customers can help each other out. Or you could even get into co-creation, where your customers are actually helping you design the product. A great example of that is YouTube, where the creators are making the content for the platform. And the final piece of this who you serve puzzle is channels. Think of these as all the touch points, all the ways you communicate with and reach your customers. How are you actually going to deliver your value to them? This is everything from your own website and social media accounts to partner stores or even wholesale distribution. Okay, we've talked about the customer-facing side. Now, let's hop over to the left side of the canvas for our third section, how you operate. If the right side was all about the who, this side is all about the how. It's your internal machinery, the backstage stuff, the infrastructure you need to actually deliver on all those promises you're making. And this side is made up of 3 crucial pillars. First up, key activities. These are the absolute most important things your company has to do to make the business work. So for a software company, that's writing code. For a coffee shop, it's brewing great coffee.
Simple enough, right? Next, we have key resources. What essential assets do you absolutely need? This could be physical stuff, like a factory or a delivery truck. It could be intellectual, like a patent or a strong brand. Or it could be human, like your team of amazing engineers. And finally, key partners. I mean, no business is an island, right? Who are the outside suppliers and partners that you rely on to make your business model work? Think about your manufacturer, your shipping company, whoever.
All right, now we move to the bottom of the canvas, to the two blocks that form the literal foundation of the entire thing. Section 4, the financials. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we figure out if your business can actually survive and thrive.
Look, every business is basically a balancing act between two things: money going out and money coming in. On one side, you've got your cost structure. This is all the money going out. Every single expense it takes to run your operations, from salaries to rent to software. And on the other side, you have your revenue streams. This is the money coming in. How are you making it? Are you selling a product? Is it a subscription fee? Are you earning from ads? It's pretty simple, really. For your business to work, the revenue coming in has to be bigger than the costs going out.
So we've covered the right side of the canvas, your customers, and we've covered the left side, your operations. But what's the glue that holds them together? What connects them? Well, that brings us right to the center, to Section 5, the heart of it all.
And it's no exaggeration to call it that. The creators of the canvas literally describe this block as the heart. It's the central hub that connects everything your business does on the inside with everyone it serves on the outside.
And this central block, this heart, is your value proposition. Simply put, what promise are you making to your customers? It's your unique solution, your product, your service that either solves a real problem for them or creates some kind of value. It's the reason they should choose you over anyone else. And it can be quantitative, like you're cheaper or faster, or it can be qualitative, like you offer an amazing design or a world-class customer experience.
Okay, we've officially walked through all 9 building blocks. We get the theory. But how do you actually use this thing? How do you put it into practice? That's what our final section is all about. Section 6, bringing your canvas to life.
The best way to do this is to get your team together. Don't try to do it alone. Grab a big whiteboard or a poster, draw the 9 blocks, and then just start brainstorming. Sticky notes are your best friend here. Seriously. Put up all your ideas for each block. The real magic happens next, when you step back and start to see how all the pieces connect. You analyze those relationships, see what makes sense, and then you tweak it, you adjust, you iterate.
But here's a really important tip. What you leave out of the canvas is just as important as what you put in. Remember, this is a high-level, big-picture tool. It's not the place for super detailed financial forecasts or a 20-page marketing plan. Keep the legal fine print out of it. The whole goal here is to achieve clarity, not to create more clutter.
When you really think about it, your business model is a story. It's the story of how you create value for people, how you deliver that value, and how you capture some of it for yourself. The business model canvas is just the single page where you get to write that story down. And just remember, it's not a one-and-done thing. It's a living, breathing document. You should come back to it, update it, change it as your business evolves. So the final question I'll leave you with is, what story is your canvas going to tell?